You know, FNAF Security Breach just sucks. It sucks. I'm sorry, but it sucks. It sucks so much that I even want to make a video how much it sucks. So that's what I'm gonna do. Now, funny thing, I actually like the FNAF franchise, and I really enjoy watching theory videos about it and the games. So when Security Breach came out, I was hyped, though I had to do some research first since I still had my doubts. I mean, an indie game developer is making his first open world next gen game. So I had to be cautious. Well, when you know, I was right, because this game is ass. First of all, the game requires 50 gigabytes. Like, what? You want me to spend 50 gigabytes on a game where you run from animatronics and collect collectibles? You know, no, I'll be optimistic. Maybe it could give me back some good content. It, is this the menu? Are you kidding me? This seriously the menu? Why does it so bland? It looks so plain. I can literally make this in less than 5 minutes. Did they really not have time to make an interesting menu? All the other games had it, why not this one? You know what, fine, let's just load it up and play the... What the fudge? Why does it look like I'm playing a PowerPoint presentation? What now does this happen too often, but for a game that's next gen and 50 gigabytes, it's such a letdown. Another thing is the graphical state. It doesn't matter how high you set it, some graphics still look like ass. And that isn't even the worst part because almost everything in the entire game cannot be interacted. There's a bakery, but you can't bake. There's a bowling alley, but surprise, you can't bowl. There's a race car area, but you can't race. There's a gaming cabinets area, but you can't play the game. Do you see why this game sucks? And I just feel disappointed because this game had so much potential to be an actual good game. It even had 2 delays. What's the point of having 2 delays if the game's buggier than Beetlejuice? Another thing is Freddy. What the fudge? Freddy has to be the big example of how buggy this game is. It's like there are times where Freddy goes through the walls, where he jump scares you out of nowhere, or just disappears. I'm gonna run out of breath. If I continue, it's so buggy. In fact, people have been able to speedrun this game in less than 5 minutes. 5 minutes! And you don't need to be an absolute god at the game to do this. Literally anyone can do this because of how easy the bugs are to do. Another thing that infuriates me are the security bots. Because, well, that's it. They're only obstacles besides the animatronics you have to deal with, and it gets boring, especially in an open world game. I mean, there's an alpha staff bot, it's only slightly more creepy than usual if you get caught. With their inconsistently range, they made it immediately spawn an animatronic near you, which is infuriating. And this is like 80% of the game, of what you'll be doing in the entire game. Though, this was FNAF, not Assassin's Creed. Even if the AI of the animatronics don't work sometimes, they're able to find you without even looking at you. And at times, they just stand there to the point where the only thing that isn't buggy are the collectibles. And there are a lot to the point where you even need to find these collectibles for an ending in the game. Huh. Endings. You know, endings in FNAF games were always really accomplishing and interesting. But these, instead of cutscenes, we get comic strips, and they're okay, I guess, but most of these endings are boring. Even the true ending has Springtrap. 20 minutes later, and a mediocre boss fight, the blob takes him, and then we just don't see what happens next. He gets grabbed, and that's it. Why put him there if that's all you're gonna do with him? I expect you to fight him one-on-one MMA style, not just press one button multiple times. While these jokes come after you, even the blob seems dull. I mean, look at this thing. It looks freaky but interesting. All he does is attack you, even though it's going after Springtrap. The other endings are interesting, but most of the endings are just Freddy and Gurgi just leaving the Pizzaplex. That's it. When you make a game that requires 50 gigabytes, yet ass graphics and frame rates, undermining endings, lack of interactable things, pointless collectibles, and a freaking tumor, with all of that, you know, what I hate about this game is the absolute crap, and it sucks. Because this isn't the first time a good franchise fell from grace, yet they never learn their mistakes. So what do I think? Security Breach, in my opinion, and other people's experience, I just don't think it's worth your time.